This is part 2 of my video trip. The other one might be uploaded at the same time as this one. I don't know if it's going to be a part 3. But yeah. Oh my. ¿Todo bien? I did my first video, part 1. I'm gonna do part 2. How many parts are you doing? I don't know how many parts. No, 50. I don't know how long this is gonna take. Oh my.
It's just water, so.
Oh.
Down, you died. No, you're gonna
No.
You have to swim. Water won't save you unless you can swim. You don't know how to swim. Then you're dead. You just said that. You said that.
Do part 2. I already did part 2. I'm doing part 2.
Let's make a half circle around here. So if you die, yeah, that's
10. He just finished doing
All right.
part 1.
Can I have a volunteer read the problem for stop 2?
Yes.
organics removals. Now that trash is gone, the water is now full of food and other organics.
All right. So we have chemicals, germs and bacteria, and we have all of our organics in the water. So that's poop and food and other waste. So go ahead and start shaking that up. Oh, your hands are busy. Give one to you and for you. Good. Shake them up really, really good. Really hard. All right. Now go ahead and stop, but hold it up for everybody to see. Look inside of these containers. What's happening right now?
Poop.
It's happening. Sauce, things.
That is not something you want to see.
That does not look good.
So what do you guys see happening inside of these containers?
It's brownish.
It looks like
It's like a cookie.
Yeah, so stuff is sinking to the bottom. Do you guys see that? We've got 3 different layers here. So it started to separate. So can you see how we've got this top layer here that's kind of that orangey brownish red? Yeah. And then we've got this bottom part, which is dirt and sand. And then in the middle, we've got water. So we'll go ahead and take that from you. So what we've done here is we've created a settling tank. And in this settling tank, it's going to be in this room in here, we're letting the water sit for 4 to 6 hours so that it starts to separate like this. All of the light stuff is going to the top, fats and oils and greases, and all of the heavy stuff is going to the bottom. So it's dirt and sand and food and poop. And then in the middle, we've just got the water. So our solution for this stock is settling tank. So our solution for stop 2, you would write settling tank. And then I'll explain to you how the settling tank works. It's S-E-T-T-L-I-N-G. And then tank is T-A-N-K. Thank you. So we've got that settling tank. Then on the top, we've got these rubber pieces that scrape the fats and oils off of the top. So right here, they're scraping off all of the fats and oils. Then on the bottom, all of that dirt and sand and food, that's being scraped off too. And then you know what we do with it? We send it right over there to that gray silo. We call this stuff biosolids. So we're mixing together the fats, oils, greases, dirt, poop, food. We're putting them all together in this settling tank, and we're letting it sit for 30 days. and we get it really hot, and then we get it really hot, and then the microbes start to eat each other, and it ends up making this. That's the poop and food and the fats and oils and the greases.
Get away.
We put it all together, but it's not everything bad, because after that 30 days, we send it to Eastern Washington and we mix it with sawdust. And for a year, it mixed with sawdust and bark, and they turn it and they get it really hot. And they make fertilizer with it. And this is what we use in our plants and in our gardens. We use it in the orchards in Eastern Washington. It grows apples and it grows crops, and we use it in our forests. This is called biosolids.
Bio. Knowledge.
Yeah. So we're taking out all of this stuff that we pooped out, and we're turning it into fertilizer to make more food to poop it out. So it's an endless cycle. We're always doing it.
Why?
So instead of, but you guys, if we didn't do that, if we didn't make fertilizer with it, we'd be sending it to a landfill. And we'd have to either set it on fire, which would create chemicals that would harm the environment, or it would be taking up space in the landfill, which also creates more chemicals that go in the environment. But when it's in that silo over there for that 30 days, when the microbes start eating everything, it creates methane gas. Do you guys know what methane gas is associated with? Farts. So we take that gas and we heat our buildings with it. We're using that to keep our buildings cool. So all this stuff that we think is bad,
That was my
like our
appetite,
poop
for
and
sure.
our food, it is being used to heat our buildings, and it's being used to fertilize our crops, and it's safe. So we're using this stuff. It's taking a year. So we're getting all of the bacteria. It's being tested. There are 0 bacteria in it when we're using it to fertilize. Just so you know. So it's not that we're just taking poop and putting it on our vegetables.
Why? Why?
It's clean, and it took a year to do.
Poop.
So now, this is what our water looks like. What do you guys think that is on that turbidity scale?
2. Yeah, 2.
Go ahead and write it down. Because you think we could still see some chunks in there. But we just took out a lot of the...
Is it okay to drink?
No.
Not
even
yet.
think about it.
Because... Yeah, I mean, not
Don't even think about it, you.
But let's talk about what we've just taken out of the water. So our first stop, we took out trash, right? The second stop, we took out the organics. So now what do we still have left in the water?
Microbes and
Bacteria, microbes. But what else? What was that other, what was that pink category in the classroom?
Bacteria. No, that was
And
germs.
chemicals. We got chemicals. So now we are going to go into that room with the settling tank. And we won't be in there very long, but this is the room that might smell a little bad.
scared face.
Because it's got... That's the room where the poop is falling to the bottom and the fats and the greases are coming to the top.
Oh my gosh.
No more tea. I want to do the video. No. Scared face.
Fine, I'll do the video.
What video? What kind of video?
This girl's recording.
YouTube
This
video?
girl told me to jack. This girl told me to jack. This girl told me to jack.
Nice.
Hey, show the face.
There was a snake right here a couple weeks ago.
Stephanie!
Stephanie, I get to
Put that thing down.
Inside or outside is right there.
Stephanie.
Whoa, is that your paper? It's oh no, please.
Here we go.
You're like, oh no, please.
The most exciting part.
empty one. This is a whole one. You guys remember those containers we were eating? That's what's happening right here. And that rubber machinery is scraping that stuff off of the top. But on the bottom, that's our food and our poop and our dirt.
Oh my goodness! Let us out!
Fresh air!
I can breathe! I can breathe! That wasn't bad.
How was your trip in there?
Great.
Great. It was the most awesomest part in the world.
Why is your phone so bubbly?
I don't know. Bubbles. Oh my god! It's a snake! It's a snake!
Violet snake.
So let's talk about why that's the only smelly place here. Did you guys notice that this place doesn't smell bad? For as much poop that's coming here, you think it'd smell a lot worse. But the reason why it doesn't smell so bad is because when they were looking for a place to put the treatment plant, people didn't want one in their neighborhood. And you could understand why. This could be toxic to the environment if it leaks. It could smell like poop, and nobody wants to live by that. So when the people in this neighborhood allowed it in their neighborhood, they said they'd only do it under a couple conditions. One is that they get to use the land out there. So you'll see people who are walking their dogs or exercising. People are allowed to come here and enjoy the space.
And you notice you got to see all of the animals that live here. Something about snakes and everywhere.
So we have a lot of animals that live here. But another condition was that it can't smell bad. So that's what this stuff is right here. This is filtering the air. They spent a lot of money on filters and charcoal and chemicals that are preventing that smelly air from coming out into the neighborhood. So that's why it doesn't smell bad here. And that room is only the stinkiest place that you'll ever go on this trip. Yeah. That's a good question. So that is a blessing of the air. So when they built this place, they put 10 or 1% of the budget towards arts. They had to put 1% towards arts. So somebody's art project was to create a blessing of the air, and it says, "Air help us bless with each breath all creatures of land, sea, and air."
Damien, look at this.
And so that's a blessing of the air. And then you see it's really dark.
Interesting.
Maybe if you want to take a picture when we get inside, it might be helpful. So then we also have a blessing of the water too, and we'll get to see that at the end of the trip.
What's that?
At the end of the trip,
No more stairs.
I lost my
Yeah, about to
appetite.
find out.
Oh, mini dude.
That's our next stop.
Where? Where's the next stop? Where's the next stop? What's your
David, I think I might make a part 3. No! I might make a part 3. I might make a part 3? What is the one?
I like part 5. I have a part 5.
I already have part 3. This is the part 3.
I would stop. You're wasting your battery, bro.
That's true, but for our fans, it's worth it, man. For our fans.
Plus, you have to carry extra.
Hey, I hate this.
This is alright, guys.
My friend here.
Oh yeah, guys. So it looks like I'm gonna have to make a part 3. How's that camera at you?
Okay, so I'm gonna make a part 3. Yeah, this is,
Hey, make a part of me at the lunch.
I wonder how many parts I'm gonna have to make. I'm making part 3 now. Yeah. See you in my next video. And please, first watch part 1 before you watch these other ones that I'm gonna be making. And yeah. Thanks.